If you're a new player, this will definitely help you. Roll it.
Psst. Hey, listen.
Welcome back, Your Highnesses, distinguished guests, humans, non-humans, prestigious, honorable attendees, members, non-members, subscribers, non-subscribers, and of course, let's not forget the window lickers, because when do we ever forget them? Huge shout out to my 15 channel members as well. Achilles, Brunor, Leanne, Jayor, Hallelujah, Kenny Bird, Jabawaki, Mel Adams, Trevor, Juice, Billy, Dan Chan, Ant-Man, Athena, and Foul Land. I thank all 15 of you so much for your support. Also, from now on, channel members of my YouTube channel will have an exclusive look at every video I create 6 to 24 hours before it goes live on YouTube. Plus, sometimes they will even get exclusive looks at editing before they get finalized. And that's something only my members are privy to. Also, discussions about more perks with my Discord team are in the works. I'll let you know. That being said, if you feel like becoming a member as well to support me and my work, just go down here and press join next to the subscribe button. And there you can decide what level of support you want to go for. And if you also want to join my Discord, the link is in the description. And as you can see on your screen, we are very active and chatty, but we are definitely plus 18. So be sure to understand that before joining. Obviously, we do stay away from politics, racism, and sensitive topics, since those are not allowed here. But grown-up talk is definitely allowed. Just make sure to scroll all the way down here once you join Discord and click this little check mark to go deeper into my underwear. And please consider subscribing, liking my video, and possibly also hitting that bell to get notifications for when I upload stuff. It's completely free. So, this video series will be the Bible for new players and possibly not so new players as well. Each video of the series will have a minimum of 10 topics each, and will continue until I covered all the topics I think should belong in the Neverwinter Bible. So far, I have found over 150 topics that I can add to this series. This series will explain to new players tips, tricks, and things they must know or do in the game that will serve them well and help them on their journey in Neverwinter. This series will have from the most basic to the more complicated things. Furthermore, this information will not be in any particular order. Also, something I feel that is worth mentioning. I'm aware that some things that apply to PC players do not apply to console players, but to be honest, I have never played on consoles, so I have no actual clue how it really is on consoles. So if it's not working, blame your platform. I'm on PC, so, in my mind, it works the same everywhere, but it's probably not the case on consoles. So let's begin Chapter 3 of the Neverwinter Bible for new players. And timestamps will also be in the description. The previous 2 videos of the Bible didn't have timestamps, but I added them now. So feel free to pass them around to people who actually need them, and they can click on the timestamps to find what they actually need, like what topic they're looking for. It should be helpful.
Smooth like butter, like cream.
Alright, so in our previous chapter of the Neverwinter Bible for new players, we mentioned what trade bars are as a whole, and some of the items you can purchase using them. What we didn't mention, however, is trade bar sales. So my advice to you new players especially is don't get overexcited when you get like 100 trade bars or 1,000. Save your excitement for sex, or mowing the lawn or something. Just hold on to the trade bars until a trade bar sale actually comes along. As of the time I'm creating and uploading this video, a trade bar sale is scheduled for the 4th of August, so less than a week from now. But even if it passes, you can always look at the calendar by pressing the L on your keyboard and then checking for dates of a possible sale that can come in the future. During sales, you'll get everything you need at a reduced cost, which in turn will get you a bigger haul than not. I know some of you are impatient and you want your stuff here and now, but trust me, wait, you'll thank me later. Did you know every guild or the guild you are in has a coffer, which you can actually donate resources to and help your guild out? The coffers in general are the guild's central repository for all the materials needed to build and upgrade structures. Let me show you where the coffer is. Just follow me.
Like trouble breaking into your heart like that. Cool shade stunner, yeah, owe it all to my mother.
So here's the guild coffer and where you can donate various resources, or for a guild in your alliance who needs the help. When actually clicking on the coffer and looking at the resource list in the coffer mimic itself, there is a color code for the status of the resources in question. When it's red, it means needed for the current objective and not yet got enough. Green means needed for the current objective, but does have enough. White means not needed for the current objective, but has room for more. And grayed out, full or not possible to donate that resource at this time. As you can see on your screen, you can donate various items like vouchers, refinement, gear, and much more. But the main donations guilds look for are things like the heroic shards of power. You can get these by completing the stronghold quests to kill things around your stronghold. Then there's the adventure shards of power. You get these by completing the stronghold quest to complete objectives on other maps, or from a daily quest to complete heroics on the stronghold map. We also have Dungeoneer Shards of Power. You get these by completing the Stronghold quest to participate in random queues. And then there's Conqueror Shards of Power, which are earned through Stronghold PvP activities. Also, things like wood, stone, metal, and food are gained by tending your guild structures. And things in the stockpile section are items you gain out in the world while questing, etc. Treasures are either campaign currency or vouchers gained from drops or created in campaign pages. Influence is earned by completing heroic encounters on the Stronghold map or participating in the Marauders event. So yes, if your guild needs help and is in the process of trying to level up, make sure you lend a helping hand. Also, if you want to donate to another guild in the Alliance, you just click the guild's name on the left and scroll through to see what it needs, and then you can donate.
Like summer, yeah.
Did you know every single player has a threat bar? Well, you do. And it can be very easy to miss since it's very tiny on your screen. It is located up here right above your name and every other player's name. The threat bar is a visual meter that players can look at and know how much threat is being generated by each individual player. It starts off empty and then slowly fills up as the threat you or your teammates generate gets higher. It turns green, then yellow, and then full on red. Full red means you have stolen the aggro from the tank and are now the main focus of the boss's or enemy's attacks. This threat meter is especially useful for tanks and healers, but it's also not a bad idea for DPS classes to look at, especially if you dish out huge damage numbers, so you can keep an eye on it and maybe slow down when you are gaining threat from the tank. There's nothing wrong with being aware of what's going on around you, just saying.
I'm making you sweat like that.
And if you didn't know, there are 9 total classes in Neverwinter. They are the Rogue, Wizard, Warlock, Ranger, Barbarian, Fighter, Paladin, Cleric, and the Bard. But of those 9 classes, only 3 of them can tank, and those classes are the Paladin, the Fighter, and the Barbarian. 4 of them can actually heal, and that's the Warlock, the Cleric, the Paladin, and the Bard. And 8 of them can be damage dealers, which is every class excluding the Paladin. That is the only class that doesn't have a damage dealing Paragon path. So as of this video, there are 9 classes you can choose from. But in the future, who knows? That number could become 10 or 11. But we'll see.
Get it, let it roll.
Now let's talk about some races. There are 15 races in Neverwinter to choose from, and each race has unique traits and benefits that they can provide you and the class you end up using. The 15 races are Dragonborn, Human, Metallic Ancestry Dragonborn, Half-Orc, Aasimar, Gith, Wood Elf, Sun Elf, Dwarf, Halfling, Half-Elf, Tiefling, Drow, Menzobrans and Renegade, and the Moon Elf. Of these 15 races, 6 of them are actually premium races, that are hidden behind paywalls. Those races are Dragonborn, Metallic Ancestry Dragonborn, Aasimar, the Gith, Menzobrans and Renegade, and the Moon Elf. In your character selection screen, you can scroll and find and click each individual race to see what benefits each race will provide you. Those benefits will be on the left side of your screen, and the premium ones have a little lock next to them.
Ice on my wrist, I'm the nice guy.
Did you know you can protect your own gear and items so you don't accidentally discard them and lose something valuable? All you do is right-click your gear or items and click Mark as Protected. To unprotect something, right-click again and click Remove Protection. You can protect various items like gear, overloads, reinforcements, enchantments, artifacts, etc. If something is not protectable, you won't have the option to protect it. So go ahead and protect all your valuable gear or items just to be on the safe side. Nobody wants to be creating tickets to support to get your items back, because unprotected things can be lost or discarded.
Got the right body and the right mind.
So here's how to transfer to another instance. Some players actually don't know how to do that, so I will show you 2 ways that are pretty easy to follow. One way to transfer is if you are in a party and one of your members are in the same zone, but actually in different instances. All you do is right-click on their name and choose right here where it says Move to their map instance. It will instantly take you to the same instance as your friend is. Unless, of course, the instance is full, in which it will not allow you to transfer and there will be a notification saying that you can't transfer. The other way is to click this little blue icon on the minimap up here on your top right, which will show you all available instances. Grayed out actually means they are full. and the not grayed out are available for transfer. So just double click the instance or just click transfer.
Rolling up the party, got the right vibes.
Neverwinter as a whole has 4 types of random queues. The random trial queue, the advanced dungeon queue, random skirmish, and random dungeon queue. Also, Neverwinter has 12 normal dungeons, 5 advanced dungeons, 9 skirmishes, 9 trials, and 1 Reaper's Challenge. Trial queue quests consist of 10 players. Dungeon queues and skirmishes consist of 5 players. You can also queue privately for most content, which means you can theoretically solo any content, but completing them solo with scaling is questionable and highly unlikely for most of the player base. But hey, you can try. So every character has a buff bar that they can click on to see what active buffs and debuffs are in play. They show duration, the name of each buff individually, and even the stacks applied. There's 2 types. There's the visual buff bar that looks like this, and you can see on your screen at all times and is easily accessible. Once you get used to what each icon means, you can quickly look and know instantly what buffs, debuffs, or stacks are active. And this is very helpful for all classes without having to click something to have a look. But you can also get even more details about your buffs by clicking this purple up and down arrow, which will open a small window with all the details of all the active buffs, debuffs, potions, stacks, etc. Yeah. Keep an eye on that. It'll help your gameplay. Also, did you know that Neverwinter has an inspect mode, which is cool to use to remove any extra crap on your screen and take a nice screenshot? Just press B on your keyboard and presto. You can even scroll in and out and run around uninterrupted until you get into combat. Then it will automatically remove you from inspect mode. To leave inspect mode by yourself though, just press B again. Simple as that. So yeah, that's about it. I gotta go. Galactic here. Peace out. Stay safe.
Yeah, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bedroom.